Shouldn't be saying stuff like that.
It's been an interesting day. It's my fault for not, I took a huge nap earlier, so I probably should have done some test runs since we were using a whole new layout. Oh, apparently, I think it's working now. Alright, I just disabled the device and enabled it again, so hopefully this is working properly.
Computers, everybody. Hey, so, Cards gets stage 2. Actually, they both finished up stage 2 right there, so they're neck and neck with each other at the moment.
And this is what we're gonna see probably for the rest of it. It seems like the theme for Puzzle League, though, is someone will get lucky a little bit earlier on and someone kind of gets lucky a little later, so it may not look neck and neck. I'd say probably mid-game. It could be. It all depends, though.
I would personally take the luck in the later game if I had to choose where my luck goes, but, you know, since when do you get to choose where your luck is in this game? So both of them failing to get the quick kill on Misty here, and Car's just opting to reset. He's just not wanting to deal with that at all, and Flag might be in the same boat here. I don't know, is Flag one to use reset strats pretty often?
I think Flag can be a person to use it. I don't think he resorts to it immediately. I don't know, I haven't really watched him when he's been on his S-hard grind. It could be either or. I know he's a person who likes to just show off and do as big of a chain he wants, even though it may not benefit him in the end.
I mean, it's hard, like, I can imagine when you're just in the zone and you've got this giant chain going here, you just want to keep it going and you don't want to ruin it. But you got a timetable to keep here, you got planes to make and cranes to catch.
I will say one thing interesting that I did see Cards doing on his stream for the past week. I don't think he's always been a big fan of like reset strats, but it looks like he's just been full on doing it if he doesn't get the correct start he wants at the beginning.
Yeah, if he doesn't get the correct start, or if it's like over a minute, then he's just, it's like, nope, I'm gonna let it go. Like you can see here, Flag has just been struggling to get past Misty here for nearly 2 minutes now, and at that point, Cards would have probably reset. And Cards has an interesting setup there that, no. That was, yeah, Cards is just flat out resetting if he doesn't get the quick kill, which... And, you know, there's something to that strat, but you still lose about, what, 10 seconds on a reset from the looks of it? Maybe a little bit less than that.
Mm-hmm. I mean, this is an inconsistent game to begin with, but that's probably one of the most inconsistent things to do. And it's weird to describe when you should and when you shouldn't, because there is always a small chance that your opponent can just die by, you know, clearing the rest of their blocks. But
yeah.
You'll
but
never
then
know.
You get that last setup that Cards did there, so it's like, I don't know, it's what you feel more confident in at the time. Misty just not doing Flag any favors here.
I guess that answers our question that Flag may not do reset strats immediately, as he did have to wait 3 minutes and 10 seconds to get past Misty.
Finally got it. Cards is just all in on reset strats right now, though. Just don't get it in 20 seconds, it's time to reset.
Dude, that's what I like. I was always a big advocate for that. I'd be like, reset as much as you can.
I just remember you getting so much grief from everybody else in the community about reset strats, but, you know, who's laughing now?
The ultimate way to play, man.
Give up?
You can still laugh at me for using mystery chain strats, though. I swear I had a run back in the day where I did like 6 rounds in a row, just threw like a big chain and got the kill for it.
Oh, the very last clear. the AI had available, but this might still work. No, purple had it clear there, so we're back on this ride for Flag. Maybe? Nope.
Give up? We go. I'm gonna win.
And reset strats paying off for cards, jumping out to a 2-stage lead now.
My Pokemon.
Do you choose to battle me?
Puzzle Master doing what he does best here, you know, getting that solid lead. I don't think it's really too good of a start for either person, to be quite honest. It's really hard to tell, but beginning game is usually a lot more consistent than end game. You could argue that because end game opponents will chain off their blocks more often, but if an end game opponent gets to a good pattern on their side, they can just clear forever. And I think, was it his stream last night on Cards? He had like a 13-minute Mewtwo or something, so...
Yeah, it was something like that. It's like the replacement for difficulty on the AI here is mostly just how fast they do it, because the logic is basically the same regardless of what level of AI they are. So, some kills that you'll get in the earlier stages would probably not work in the later stages, so it really just depends on the situation. So it looks like Cards isn't resetting immediately. Oh, never mind, I got proof wrong.
That's been the story of my life in this tournament. When I open my mouth about something, then it immediately happens on stream.
No, reset strat's starting to fail him here, because Flag is now on the same stage as him. This is basically reset versus patience here. What you consider to be good or evil depends if your name is Forky or not.
I can say that stage was good for Cards, though, as he's
Yeah,
gonna
it sure
keep
was.
this lead right now. Flag, if he tops off Koga, he might have a chance here, depending on how the garbage falls. But I didn't realize how many lines were being cleared right there as well. So.
Yeah, there was a lot of minor garbage there at the bottom. He needed to top him off right then and there.
No.
It always pains you to see it when you have like the perfect setup for a kill, and for whatever reason you just didn't have the top off that you needed. Card steamrolling through Sabrina there without a reset, so he's just back to his 2-stage lead.
This is when Cards gets dangerous, because when he starts piling up those quick kills, I think he just gets a really big momentum shift in his favor, and he usually follows it up with quite a few more. You just, you know, you feel good, you get in a better mindset, and you can just adjust your chains longer, and if your opponent doesn't do something immediately, Cards is one of the best at dragging something out as long as he can. And it looks like it's going to be another kill right here, too.
Right there, another sub-20 kill. Jumping out to a 3-stage lead now.
Let's get going.
Yeah, I'm curious, has Flag actually reset a stage at all?
I want to say he did once early, but considering how he's playing right now, I just don't think he has. As if he did, we've easily forgotten about it right now. Maybe chat can help us out here.
Oh, man.
That's an interesting stack Cards is going there. It might be enough, actually.
Jeez, look at all that combo garbage just cleared all at once.
The second the clear went off, reset.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
No time for that.
Tracy would have done like probably a 10+ chain with all those blocks still left on his screen. Oh, looks like Flag's gonna close out with a kill right now, so he's gonna inch back ever so closely.
You know, depending on the outcome of this match here, this just might make me a believer in reset strats. You know, not that I've done a run of this game recently, but you know.
Yeah, we gotta make you a believer in the game first. I think you might have forgot it exists. I did for a while. I mean, I didn't hardly play it before the tournament came up.
Like, I got addicted to Puyo Puyo Tetris for a while, so...
I can't blame you there. That game is super fun.
Looks like Flag might have a... No, this is gonna be close. Yep.
Nice. Just enough stop time as he didn't connect with that chain from the combo garbage. The greens were there, but I wonder when they just clear like 3 blocks of a combo garbage, how much time the opponent has to react to that.
That's also just a perfect example of why you want to throw 2-4 combos out of the gate, because even if they make one clear, they may still not have a way to finish.
Dude, I swear Tracy digs himself out of those situations all the time. He had like no blocks, and he's like, I'm gonna drop this right into a pattern and clear both at the same time.
For a second there, I was about to say maybe Cards is hoping that Tracy will die there, and we might see the fabled 1-minute round, but that's... No way that's happening for him unless we get to Mewtwo.
I don't blame him for going all in on reset strats either, because, I mean, he has the lead currently, so...
Well, Tracy just doing what Tracy does. Just ruining your run without fail. Though Blaine was always the one that did that for me. Flag equalizing it now, getting into the Tracy stage as well, and Cards just reset, so they're basically neck and neck now.
Yeah, and this is right over the halfway point in the game, too. With 16 stages, we have the final 8 opponents here, and you can notice, as Cards has been struggling here, the AI is a lot faster compared to the previous stages. And Tracy's just a jerk, so... Oh, I think he might get it here, though. Beautiful.
Yep, he's got him there.
Textbook right there. You can't do it any better than that.
Flag just delaying this as long as possible, hoping to get the kill. I think he's going to drop it here. Or, nope, he didn't even need to. There's no way Tracy digs himself out of this. Oh,
wow,
no!
Dude, I told you. He just makes
Commentator's
things
curse.
happen.
No.
And he has possibly greens and reds lined up right now. I
perfect
guarantee
garbage
you
setup.
he clears this. I guarantee it, dude.
Unbelievable. Oh, Flag with the reset.
I think Flag knows once you get to Tracy, you gotta implement those resets immediately.
They're like, the blocks could not have been any more perfect for that to happen. That's just insane. Commentator's curse. It strikes in speed gaming all the time, and it strikes here in Puzzle General.
And I think I just have like an extreme hatred for Tracy. On my
Tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, on my old splits, I remember looking at average times, and most of my stages would be around like 1.5 to 2 minutes. And I go to Tracy, I legit had like a 4-minute average on him throughout like hundreds of runs, and I'm like, what is this?
So Cards jumping back out 2 stages. This just seems to be the theme of this race right now. Cards jumps out to a lead, gets trolled for a bit, Flag catches back up, and then it's his turn to get trolled. But he finally takes down Tracy. Still, his tolerance for resets, just... He finally did it. But that was an insane chain by the AI on Cards' side, by the way. That was like double frame perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if anybody saw that. I just happened to look there at the time.
Yeah, Cards, he did have like a good setup going, but it looks like he just missed the other 4 combo at the bottom of the stack. Can't
Like
confirm if it would have killed immediately, but it might have done the job.
the way Geo recovered from that would not have happened before Tracy. Like, Blaine and earlier would have lost right there. That's just how this game gets at stage 9 and later.
Well, flagalstan striking back right now, and he's actually going to have the slight lead since cards just reset right now, so...
Since cards just reset, like, could just... You know, we could just have a soundboard with us, cards just reset, and then that would just be our commentary for the entire thing.
Write a script every time the pause menu comes up and just play the sound effect.
And then the other 99 soundboard pieces would just be you being angry with Tracy.
Yeah, we'll just play that throughout the entire run, not even only on Tracy. And don't forget to sprinkle in some Pokemon chain sound effects too. Specifically Cloyster, everybody loves the Cloyster.
Yes. Or Magneton, that seems to be another fan favorite. So... They're both going into Richie at about the same time. This is probably coming down to Mewtwo, the way this is going.
Don't give up. Way to go.
Cards did not like the setup he had there. That was just it. That's usually when I resetted when I was more active with this game. It was if you didn't have a good chain to start off with, or it just cut for whatever reason, it's just time to let it go. It's like you didn't top them off and you're just going to be behind trying to get back in a better position.
Cards does a really nice job when chaining to implement a lot of 5 combos that are going to stack well on top of each other to finish off the opponent. I think he gets a lot of that from speedrunning Tetris Attack for so long.
Oh, yeah.
Because it is crucial to either do lag chains or to get those 5 combos off. Especially with the lag in that game and the screen shaking so crucial.
What was that from Richie?
I'm ready. Are you?
He was given the death dance and then he decided, nah, I'm not dying today. But yeah, going back to your Tetris Attack comment, like, Tetris Attack is about getting as much garbage as quickly as possible, and 5 chains are really useful for that.
I know we mentioned I hate Tracy a lot, but number 2 on my list has to be Richie as well.
Especially when he's got that Pikachu that sounds like a smoker. And now Flag takes the lead here. They're just playing from behind the whole time, just suddenly patience strats here are paying off, though he's been resetting more in the later ones, but now I'm not sure if I'm a believer anymore. We'll see how this goes.
I'm gonna take you down.
Way to go.
Yeah, Flag seems to be far more likely to reset post-Tracy. Maybe he's just counting on the AI just not being fast enough to be able to clear it in the earlier stages.
Yeah, that is possible because we have seen so many more resets right now. I think... Oh, he's showing off some, like, frame perfect stuff as well on his end. He's gonna maybe get a good setup here. Lorelei doesn't have a lot of blocks.
Yeah, that looks like it killed me. So Flag, at one point, was behind by 3 stages at some point during this race, and now he's ahead by 2. Now, isn't that just Puzzle League for you in a nutshell?
Yeah, couldn't say better, and I wouldn't be surprised if Cards still manages to win this race, too. All he needs are a couple more quick kills, and for Flag to have trouble on Mewtwo if he gets there.
Richie just isn't doing him any favors, though. Mewtwo is by far the great equalizer in this game, though. You can't reset strat there. You gotta just deal with what you're dealt unless you want to deal with Gary again.
Flag with no separators on his screen. He just had a 2-chain block at the very bottom, or it could have been a 7 combo. I'm not sure how he started it, but it looks like we might see a reset incoming from him soon, as that beautiful big yellow garbage block sits on Bruno's side.
I'm gonna win.
You know, with a lot of these like swag chains that you see, I think for a lot of runners, you get them often enough that you don't mind if it burns you once in a while when you drop it. But I feel like when you get to like flag and cards here up to this kind of level, you almost expect it to work like 80% of the time, and maybe even higher than that with these few frame chains.
Yeah,
I know not all of them are frame perfect, so I didn't know how else to say it.
Yeah, I think some you just do it enough to where you're comfortable with. Like, I think the most common one that people do is when you're clearing a garbage block and you do like the lag change last second switch to get 2 chains and continue clearing garbage. A lot of people implement that. I think Flag does impress me with some of the stuff that he does on his screen though, because I wouldn't expect it at all. And I think that just comes personally from his playstyle. He always likes to do that. I think we played in bracket for the Tetris Attack tournament last year, and I think we were both kind of watching our streams at the same time, and we had like a contest mid-match to see who could get the longest chain.
That's pretty cool.
I'm gonna win.
Man, how long has Cards been on Richie for? This has been quite the troll
You know,
so far.
this is one reason that I don't like reset strats. It's like, yeah, it's the better play, but like, you miss out on like seeing how long you've been there. Like I know I've had a 15-minute Giovanni before, for example. And Mewtwo, you have no choice, but it feels like Cards has been here for the better half of 6 minutes at this point, maybe even more than that.
Exactly correct, 6 minutes on his splits right now, and he would have been able to finally end that streak if it weren't for one more line.
Plagues you in Tetris Attack, it plagues you in this game too.
The life and story of a Puzzle League player, man. It's happened so many times for everyone who's run this game.
They both seem to have run into a wall here at this point. I feel like they've been on Bruno and Richie respectively now for quite a while.
Way to go.
Both still on pretty decent pace. They can both pull off a sub 30, and that's probably the time you want to see to win this. I wouldn't expect that for next race because these guys are capable of pulling out sub 25s very, very easily. But
Now this is almost like a warm-up round for these two, if that makes any sense. Like you of course want to win it, but once you get in that zone, you just go. It's almost like it's a form of Zen.
Cards just messing up a little bit. I've noticed a couple of times while he has been on Richie, he just hasn't gotten the proper setup right at the beginning. He's only had that 1-4 combo to show off, and at the start of this chain he didn't start with the 4 combo, though he mixed one in later. I'm not sure exactly how that's gonna fall though.
Yeah, it didn't fall the way he wanted there. He just made a sandwich. But you gotta... We've all been there when we've been stuck on one stage for seemingly forever. Frustration can set in, and sometimes all you just need is just to get past that hurdle, even though at the face value of it, there isn't really that much different between Lorelei and Richie. But, you know, maybe you just don't want to hear that damn Pikachu anymore. At least Richie's Pikachu.
I think Flag was spacing out a little bit on the menu there. It took him a little while to reset on Bruno. Maybe he just wanted to clear his head. But Cards is finally going to get past Richie. Good for him. And now we're back to a one-stage game.
He's got to be happy to get that monkey off his back finally.
Just take note when we do the next race as well. I said Tracy and Richie. It won't be the last time I bring it up, but I'm pretty sure those are the 2 longest stages for Cards.
Just cue the soundboard.
What is that, like, combo sound that he makes? Does he say, like, I don't even remember.
I don't
pretty
either.
sad with how many times I played this game.
Yeah, Cards is roaring back now. He's done with Richie, and now he's out for blood. Just gonna keep going. So, story of this race: you get ahead by 2 stages, you get trolled, and then you let the other person catch back up.
Convenient enough, if Cards gets out to his 2-stage lead, he'll get trolled on Mewtwo if things hold up right. So we could be seeing a race down to the very last second.
That'd be pretty like Mewtwo there. Yeah, Cards didn't get a good setup there. I wish I knew what was going through Flag's head right now about when he decides to reset the... Oh!
That was heartbreaking right there.
He was doing the dance of death, and then, just like Richie to Cards, like, nope, not today.
Not to mention, he has some second tier up there if he needs it as well, but not going to need it as he kept the chain continuing. Cards might be onto something right now. Bruno very low on blocks.
Yeah,
Oh, I dropped a purple! Are
no
you
way.
kidding me,
No
dude?
way.
That
was the only block that it would have recovered from, too.
As someone who's played this so much, when you analyze your opponent, yeah, like Alta said, it was the only block. I looked at that purple and I knew when it was clearing, I'm like, please don't drop it. And it had to be the very last one that showed. Unbelievable. He might get the redemption here. This is a really good looking setup if he doesn't drop the yellow now.
He's got it. Ooh. Just forget about the last one. Just a sub 20 time will make everything feel better.
Not to mention a lead will make you feel a little bit better too after being trolled on the same stage for like 8 minutes.
Well, you gotta think about it here. Like, okay, so Flag's now about to be on Gary here.
Oh man, this is getting crazy.
You gotta think of what's going on in the head of these two guys. You just hit 30 minutes and your opponent hasn't finished yet, and you're on Gary, so you know that you gotta think that they're either on Mewtwo or on the same stage as you, if it's still going on this long.
Uh-oh, Cards just finished off Gary, so he's on to Mewtwo right now. Oh man. Not quite the 2-stage lead that we anticipated, but almost just about if Flag got trolled a little bit longer on Bruno. So this is Cards' race to win at this point.
It's gonna be like Mr. Rossetti here, no resetting.
Show me what you got.
Oh no, he dropped the chain! You might have a way to recover from it. Oh, this is...
Oh no, Mewtwo didn't get anything started, and if he gets this clear, Cards didn't even top him off either. Uh-oh. This is what Flag needs right now.
He dropped the chain from the get-go and just didn't have enough garbage to top him off.
What was that clear by Mewtwo? He was gonna have the blue, like, immediately drop, and then he did some, like, black magic to get the clear on the garbage.
That's Mewtwo for you, task speed. He's got some second tier up there.
I'm gonna win.
It might buy some... no, never mind.
I'm gonna win. Show me what you got.
Oh boy.
Show me what you got.
You got to be thinking, it's like... we're about to hit the 32-minute mark and nobody has finished yet. It's like... both of these guys can't be feeling good about that right now. They just have they're probably just thinking any second now, my opponent is gonna hit done.
There's that, and there's that slight bit of hope, especially if Flag finishes Gary here pretty soon. I think he'll get that little bit of hope, and it might make him really, really nervous too. Like, I could still clutch this out, but I gotta play perfect.
Are we in for a 10-minute Mewtwo ride here? Is that what's happening?
I hope not, man. I hope not. I hope he trolls a little bit just so we can see a tie game, but please no 10 minutes.
just a little bit of trolling.
Show me what you got.
Flag's still going with his Gary right now. He's not doing him any favors, though. He kind of has a little bit of a low stack, but there's going to be a lot of combo
I feel like
garbage
he
being cleared.
should have just reset by now, because like Gary's just gonna keep clearing.
Show me what you got.
I need to ask him what his tolerance for resets are. I don't know.
Show me what you got.
Mewtwo showing no signs of slowing down on cards though, so Flag still has time to work with here.
I'm going to win.
Still, that's just the worst feeling in the world. You get to Mewtwo and then you just mess up your chain at the start, and you have to lay in the bed you made there. It's just not a good feeling.
I think Flag almost took a death on his side. He got off. Oh, is this
might-
going to be it?
Yep, that's the
it.
end. And he just got to Mewtwo as well.
I'm a Pokemon Master, the winner!
Yeah, good stuff to cards. He managed to clutch it out right at the very end with several lead changes throughout. Let's take a look at
And-
Flag. I guarantee he gets a quick kill here. I bet he
16-second Mewtwo incoming. Oh, he had his chain drop there. If he can top him off, this might still work. Oh no! There,
Is this it?
there it is. This-
I knew it, dude. I knew he was gonna get it. I was like,
You
it just
always
happened to
get-
be that.
You always get the quick kills on Mewtwo when you're like not on PB pace. That's just heartbreaking. So Card takes game one, but what a hard-fought race between these two.
Yeah, insane. We talked about the consistency of both of these guys. Maybe even the two most consistent people at S-Hard in this bracket. And we saw those stages, and we saw a little bit of trolls, and ultimately it was very, very close at the very end.
Hi, Professor Oak.
Hello, Ash. I have an important message for
So I know I heard you say you're a little bit impartial on when to take resets, Alta. Do you think Flag should have used more resets though, or do you think he was kind of fine where he was and maybe just needs to pick up a little bit more of the starting chains?
When you hit the 2-minute mark, especially, you gotta be thinking, it's like, should I just let this one go, take the 20 seconds to set up another start, and then try again? As I can't imagine he wasn't thinking that. And so I probably would have reset on Gary too at that point. But that's also seeing where Cards was too. Like, I'm assuming these two aren't seeing each other's stream at the moment, so they don't know where each other are at the time. The times that I reset for certain, though, is like, if you don't have enough to top them off, then, like, no. You don't have anything to work with there. right.
so we're off to race 2 now.
Man, just what's going to be in store for us this time? What do you think? Are we going to get another one that's down to the wire, or is Flag just going to go on a tear and equalize this 1-all?
You know, I can't say for sure, but I have a feeling you get that first race out of your way, and I think one of these two are going to just dominate this race and not make it close. I can't say which one, but you get the nerves out of the way of the first one, especially for Cards. He lost it. He's good at like shaking off a loss and then coming back, so especially with that first round kill there, he's going to be taking a little bit of a short lead, and Flag actually dies on stage 1. Uh-oh.
Too good for you?
Well, just a reminder, Cards died on the Gary 1 during his AGDQ run too and clutched it out, so you know, maybe that's an omen channeling the power of SGDQ.
Let's go.
Yeah, as the FFR mentioned in chat, it is still pretty early. You can be down by 9 stages right now and still make the comeback so easily. Which I'm sure we've had several races that have ended like that, where someone just got off to a really, really bad start and then just got quick kill after quick kill towards the latter parts of the run.
So since we've been talking about resets so much here, like, would there ever be a situation where you'd consider resetting on Mewtwo? Like, you'd have to be in pretty dire straits short of dying.
I think you really shouldn't ever reset on Mewtwo. I could see one possible situation, or two, I guess, with what you mentioned. If you're about to die, it would make sense to like do the quick reset. But I'd say if you got off to a really, really poor start, Mewtwo's not near topped off, and you don't have enough room to make any chains, it might be appropriate there. But even then, it's like, I would never do it. I haven't ever done it unless I died.
Oh, there's always the infinite scrolling glitch, I guess.
Nah, if you get that, you want to keep continuing, and then you'll get the Mewtwo world record. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day.
Has that happened to anybody during this tournament yet that you're aware of?
As far as bracket stages, since I've basically casted a majority of them, I have not seen any infinite scroll glitch on stream. We've had some people that have been doing practice for their matches and gotten it. I think Tayman got it once during one of his practice runs, but nothing on stream yet. I kind of hope to see it though, because it is a really neat thing to show off. Hopefully
it's
not
neat,
on
but
Mewtwo,
at the same time, it's like... So Cards once again jumping out to the patented 2-stage lead.
I'm gonna win. Good battle.
We'll see if the 2-stage curse
I'm gonna win.
pops up here. Though I'm expecting him to reset any moment now.
Hey.
Yeah, I guess Yume did have one. I have to go back and watch that.
Good battle.
You know what? We might have been having stream problems though, and it might have not been on the VOD actually, now that I think about it. I don't know.
Dang.
Good battle.
Someone go watch that video, like afterward, and see if you can find it.
Are you ready?
I swear Cards heard what I was saying and then delayed resetting by 30 seconds on purpose to make me wrong. That's my story and I'm sticking with it. That's looking pretty good for Flag there. Oh, yeah, okay. Low AI strikes.
Way to go! Yay! Way to go! I'm gonna win.
Cards getting a kill as well there.
Ready when you are.
Yeah, I think Cards might have a little bit of the edge just due to experience and everything. And he is the puzzle master. Never give up on the puzzle master. That's what I've learned. And I think if he can just clean up a little bit of the mistakes he had last time, because a little bit of his middle game towards end game was he just wasn't sending that double 4 combo. I think he was a little bit more focused on just getting a lot of combos in general, that he sometimes just messed up doing the proper start.
Yeah. And there he is, another quick kill. There's that 2-stage lead once again, back in action. And the AI throwing away a chain there on Flag, and he's on to stage 4. It was right there. So it looked like Erica was, at least at first, it looked like Erica wasn't chaining enough, and that's like the most frustrating thing. And like, the double 4 combo strat sometimes just gets completely ruined. Ooh, Flag lucking out there, slower AI. But just sometimes if they don't chain enough, it ends up being worse. Because then they'll go prioritize the garbage.
Yeah, for sure there. It's hard to find a balance, and I think one of the most important things to note when you are trying to execute a quick kill, you gotta immediately make that clear at the beginning. What I do, like, as I'm trying to get that first 4 combo, right at my beginning playfield, there almost every pattern that you're given in Puzzle League, except for a couple, will give you at least some 4 combo that's pretty easy to line. And take that, raise your stack just a couple blocks and go immediately from that, and then just improvise after that. Because the quicker you start something, the better chance you have of timing it well with the AI, because they do the same exact thing. They start their chain as quick as they can.
I feel like if you play this game enough, you'll just notice the types of patterns that you can get in an opening field there. They may be of different colors and such, but, you know, like you said, there's almost always a 4. Hell, there's sometimes even a 5 available there.
We are not. Do you choose to battle me?
She took her own advice for once. Give up?
Way to go! Panama! Panama! Pikachu! Way to go!
Flag's got something interesting going on over there.
We are not beat yet.
The AI might chain itself to death.
Oh wow, Card's got a pretty fortunate kill. Koga wasted enough stop time on that bottom garbage clear that he couldn't make it up back in enough time to lower his stack to make the clear for the rest of the garbage.
That was a heartbreaking clear from Flag. There was just... It could have only happened one way, and that's exactly what happened. So Cards once again back on the 2-stage lead here. None of these stages, at least for Cards, have been taking him too much time. It's been done with most of them in under a minute, maybe 2 for some of the longer stages, but nothing like that Richie that he had in the last race.
We might have the trend of 2-stage leads coming back to this race.
We'll see. Flag might... No, there's a clear there. Every time I think Flag has something going, it just doesn't work out.
Cards has got a good setup. Sabrina's gonna get that first
yeah,
clear,
I think he's got
but
it.
yeah, nothing. Oh, this.
Oh, no, no, no.
Oh, he didn't
Are
have
you
the top up. That's so unfortunate.
Commentators, well, that one was, yeah, that one was not topping off your opponent. Like, those are the ones that hurt the most, where you had them right where you wanted them, but you just didn't send enough garbage. That's not the AI right there. That's you not sending enough garbage.
And unfortunately that happens kind of often too, because you know you're not perfect, you can't keep up your chain 100% of the time. You will drop it every once in a while, but Cards recovers pretty well there, and well, it won't be a 2-stage lead, it'll be a 3-stage lead instead.
And we had a 3-stage lead in the last race too, and then it ended up being close. Here we are again with Flag on a 4+ minute stage, and he's still just letting it ride. Though I think he finally, yeah, but he's finally got the force kill on Erica.
4.5 minutes later. You can get that, especially with the way Flag seems to play this beginning game. You'll have those kind of stages if, you know, you're not doing resets immediately, which I'm kind of curious why he doesn't. I feel like it's very appropriate not to reset the first 8 stages on very hard, but super hard's just a little bit different. Like, I think there's always the potential for your opponent to bust out a big chain at the beginning of the match.
Mm-hmm. So at around this time in the last race, Cards had a 3-stage lead, and then Tracy just did Tracy things. I wonder if we will predictably see more of the same. You see, their Flag reset, so I just don't understand his logic for it.
I guess it's just maybe whatever he's feeling at the moment. If he feels like resetting, he's gonna do it. If not,
There's no logic. It's just do what you feel.
he flips a coin at the beginning of each match to where he's allowed to reset or not. I think I could understand that reset though, because he had a really bad start for his chain, and he only sent like 3 lines of garbage total at the very beginning. And Koga was in that quick kill state, but he just wasn't able to capitalize on that. Oh, this is beautiful.
Oh yeah,
if
he sent enough, it's done. Oh no.
Oh, luckily enough,
okay.
this follow-up's gonna do it.
The recovery.
That's what you like to see when the opponent raises their stack, when they just get that horizontal clear at the bottom, because then they'll go for that, and then they'll have to end up raising it again. So if you manage to send that follow-up, you're gonna get that kill.
Once again, one stage difference between the two.
I think Blaine might be the new Tracy now.
Blaine's always been Tracy for me. When you're hot, you're hot.
Way to go! Way to go!
Feels like Flag's taking some of those with a bit more urgency now.
Oh, Cards might have had enough time to actually just get Blaine to run out of stop time.
See, yeah, their Blaine wasted a lot of stop time. I would have not reset there because of that. Because it took maybe he didn't see it, and he just saw the clear on the top garbage and just instinctively reset. But
I think what you might have missed, though, was he didn't have Blaine topped off, actually. It was just a bunch of combo garbage that was sprinkled on there, so...
That's fair. Okay.
Which
yeah, I didn't.
I've noticed that between both these guys, they're kind of just... I don't know if they're cutting their chains off too early. They're just, like, messing up and not sending either the proper setup or just enough garbage. And Flag almost had to stop time kill himself there, but...
Maybe nerves are getting to them? I don't know.
Maybe. This is definitely a slower start than last race, but... As soon as I say that, Cards is finally through. That was
an interesting kill on Blaine right there. Like, you look, if you just looked at the kill screen out of context, you'd wonder what happened to make that happen. That's our good old pal Tracy. What has he got in store for us today?
Way to go!
Flag with the force kill on the Blaine.
Way to go!
See, Tracy started off with just a great 2-chain and didn't lower his stack enough to get killed. So by failing, Tracy ended up winning.
Way to go! Oh, man! Go, go, go!
When are we gonna get a montage of Tracy wins by doing absolutely nothing?
I'm gonna win!
Just go to my Twitch channel and you'll be able to see the montage.
Just highlights of your stream.
I have 150 highlights on my stream. They all have Tracy in the title of it.
Way to go!
Like, look at the starts he does, man. I can't help but complain to this guy. He did nothing. And then he's gonna keep his clears lined up to easily clear.
That's so
the
silly.
greens. I don't like you, Tracy. I'm gonna contact. Who made this game?
Wait, did Flag get infinite scroll glitch and we missed it?
Maybe. I'm too busy yelling at
You just see Tracy on the stream and then just a white flash of rage.
put in the 15 or 17 year late patch. Actually, it might be 15 years. I don't know how old this game is.
Oh,
2000.
lane's not topped off. Oh, yeah.
Flag went for the pause buffer right before the reset. You know, mashed it a couple times.
Once again, Tracy just doing a 4-chain and just no.
Let's get going.
This is unbelievable. Once again, Flag is able to catch up with a gift. That looks like a kill for Flag. Maybe? Maybe? Okay. Okay. We need an explanation on the pause buffering thing, I think.
Oh, you might not have been around for that, actually.
No.
So, I think this might be true a little bit, but I don't know if it was a year ago or so. Monty was doing a run on his stream, and I think he was just spamming pause. And it kind of looked like the opponent died faster when he was topped off. And we think pause buffering advances the in-game timer on the screen just a little bit. So,
is this the new Forky strats?
we tried it for a little bit, and then we realized how inconsistent it was.
I mean, in a game of inconsistency, just everything sounds like superstition.
Plus, you end up just like pausing it over and over, wasting more time, and when you don't get it, you kind of just throw off your groove.
Well, it could also be rage pauses, like you see in Mario 64 sometimes. So we're at a familiar site here. Both runners here's making it to Tracy and are tied.
Well, if Cards can drop this soon, this is really good for him. I think he might actually get past Tracy finally.
Okay, finally, the dance of death. Isn't that just the story for Flag here? He just catches up to Cards, and then Cards finally puts it away.
So I don't think we've seen a lead change at all during this match, unless you count like the resets at Tracy. But I really don't count it until someone actually pulls the stage ahead. So I think Cards has pretty much been on top this whole time. And man, Rocket, go in with that 11 chain, dude.
Yeah. This is what happens when you forky strat. You get horse killed. It's like... Yep, Flag got the kill there, so he's on the Team Rocket. Even though Cards has basically been in the lead for most of this, just like in the last race, it's still anybody's game. Mewtwo is still very much a thing.
The world will be mine. The world will be mine.
Ooh, what was that chain?
How good are you?
Oh, it looked like he had it, and then it's like I saw it again on the Twitch stream, and it's like Geo just instinctively knew it was going to be yellow. It's just like the garbage isn't even done appearing. It's like it's going to be yellow, and there.
You're wasting my time.
Yeah, that's probably one of the most infuriating things. Be like, man, I wish I could predict stuff. Though, to be honest, more often than not, I'll kind of just bank on a clear dropping, like if it's just like a quick combo block. And I mean, I won't hit it nearly consistent, but I'd say maybe like 15 to 20% of the time it actually works out.
That's fair, because like in that situation, even if it wasn't a yellow, you'd want to do that just so you can keep your stack high enough to potentially do a clear. So, I guess you got a point there. So, once again, two-stage lead going into Richie. Will we see a similar story play out? Cards dropping his chain there a little bit early, and Richie not doing him any favors.
Flag got off a really, really good chain himself, so if Rocket
Yeah,
manages to... Yeah, this is a kill, 100%.
I'm ready. Are you?
Delaying it, but that's a kill.
Yeah, you can just tell, like, especially with that, like, one red block that was at the right, I just knew there wasn't going to be any possible matches at the bottom there. And that's what you like to see. He did a great delay on his initial chain going up to a 13, and then Rocket just managed to send another chain to eventually kill themselves.
Oh, that looks good right there for Cards.
I was waiting for that yellow somehow for Richie to drop it down, and that could have been big trouble.
Are you ready?
Cloister.
Way to go!
Cloister. Cloister. Cloister.
I'm gonna take you away.
I know you can't hear it, Alta, but we got the beauties of Cloister going on right now.
I can see the beauties of Cloister going
Are
on.
you ready?
If you've played
You
the
had
game
a-
for so long, you don't even need to hear it. You just see it, and then you got the painful memories stuck in your head.
Way to go!
I'm gonna take you down.
Second tier Geo there on Flag. Just gonna lead to more delays.
I'm gonna take you down.
Wow, I didn't think that would be a kill for Cards there. That just looked like a classic case of the AI not chaining enough.
I'm safe.
Hopping out to a 3-stage lead here. We're approaching that 30-minute mark, and that's about the time where races can potentially end. And as I mentioned before in the last race, when you don't know when where your opponent is, you probably start playing with a bit more urgency or focus. Just trying to make things happen. Cards has got a good setup there, though.
I'm gonna win.
Control your inner nature. Control.
Never mind.
I sense you've come.
I will say, they started off slower than last race. The mid-game has been pretty decent for both of them, because that's where they lost a big chunk of time last race. They were both around, when they were getting to these stages, like probably a little bit closer to the 27-minute mark, I want to say. Cards has a really, really good chance of getting a sub-30 if he can get past Bruno here and get 2 really good stages at the end.
The classic if.
Yeah.
I see some forky strats going on here.
Make me proud. Oh, he cut it off at 13.
I don't think he could have done more than 14 there.
I sense
That
you've come.
I know Flag does subscribe to those strats because he tells me all the time that you just keep the chain going until they stop chaining, and that strat's been around for a while. Not necessarily keeping the mystery chain going, but just ending your chain when your opponent does.
Control your inner nature.
Cards was a little bit of rough luck on his side. He did have his double 4 combo set up, but he got the unfortunate 7 combo that happens every once in a while. And it's like, it's the worst situation that can happen to you. Because it turns your 3 block wide garbage into 6 blocks wide, and that won't separate anything.
Card showing off a lot of his Tetris attack prowess there with the sprinkling in the 5s there.
He's gonna finally end this as Bruno is finally getting a chain started on his side. Oh, he's gonna continue it. This may be good for him. Oh, he finds
What
the
was
purple
that?
clears.
What was that?
Super unfortunate as Flag gets the quick kill on his side, and now he's gonna be moving on to Lorelei here.
That was some nonsense on Card's side. Just getting the clear while the clear below it was going.
Are you familiar with
You've had it.
the Tetris World Championships, Alta, or the classic Tetris World Championships?
Or
I
they're
should
doing
say.
the NES Tetris, yeah.
Control your
We could do a style of commentary where, you know how every time they get a Tetris, they're like, boom, Tetris for so-and-so. We could do, boom, quick kill for Cards. No, I thought it was. He might end up getting it still, though. I think he will.
Yeah. Boom, quick kill for Cards. Or medium kill. I don't know what that was. It was 45 seconds.
Add
an
it to
eternity.
add it to the soundboard along with all the Tracy stuff. All right, Cards.
So Card
Card still
was
hasn't
about as
dropped this lead yet, so
is about as comfortable as a lead as you can get it in a game like this.
unfortunately for him, sub 30 is out of the question, which kind of surprises me with both of these guys that we haven't seen a sub 30 in these first 2 races. I mean, if Cards ends up pulling off this win, we could definitely see it in the final race.
Flag's got a kill there. Maybe?
Oh no, he didn't have him
he
topped off.
He was too late.
That's
He had the garbage
heartbreaking.
on the way, but then the stack got raised.
Oh, and you saw the immediate reset after that because there was going to be a lot of garbage to clear. You just needed that one more line, man.
Every time. You need like a one more line counter on stream or something.
Hey, guess what?
Or-
Boom!
or-
Quick kill for cards! I will stop my meme there.
Nah, the thing about memes is once you get it, you gotta run it into the ground until everybody's tired of it. And then you wait about a month and then do it again, unironically, and then it's funny again.
The true way to kill a meme and successfully resurrect it.
Yes.
Alright, is Mewtwo gonna get something going here? He's doing a couple clears. He's got some kind of high stacks on each end, so this is still possible. But it looks like
Cards had a
Mewtwo's
better
gonna be
start that time. Flag's gonna need all the favors from Mewtwo that he can get right now, because he's down 3 stages. So Mewtwo might overchain with some of this.
I'm going to win. I'm going to win. I'm going to win.
Looking questionable.
I'm going to win.
Never mind, Mewtwo's
I'm going to
fast
win.
and is a god.
I'm going to win.
I don't know why. I thought like Flag won the first race for some reason. I like put myself in that mindset. I didn't even realize this is actually match point right now. So
I know that we would both like to see more of these two race, but that might not happen
I'm going to
unless
win.
Flag starts just
I'm going
getting
to
multiple
win.
quick kills, and that's
There's
how you
one.
start it right there.
I'm
He's
going
on to
to
Bruno.
win.
yeah, and Mewtwo is in a great position for him to catch up just a tad bit. This would probably be one of the greatest comebacks I've seen in the tournament too. So let's see what Flag can do here at the end to keep his winner bracket hopes alive.
I'm going to win.
I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win.
Once again, we're just in that part where we're over 30 minutes. Both of them are probably expecting a finish soon.
I'm gonna win. I'm gonna win.
Mewtwo looking questionable here. Just the only clear remaining.
Yeah, pretty unfortunate for Cards. He's gonna have to wait a little bit longer as it looks like. Mewtwo,
Second tier, though.
Oh, second tier. Is he gonna find it?
I'm
He
going
did!
yes.
Oh!
There it is. And the
I'm going to
perfect
win.
garbage right there.
Wow, that's gonna give him a lot more time to work with here as he easily clears the next garbage on top. Wow, that was pretty lucky for Mewtwo.
I'm going to win.
Flag not topping him off. Oh,
I'm going
Oh,
to
he might
did,
get
Bruno,
a
did
good
Bruno just do
follow-up.
him a favor?
Oh,
no,
it was close.
no, he didn't.
Way to go. Way to go.
Mewtwo in a weird spot.
Oh, he
Dance
might
to
have the
death.
purples.
Oh.
No, just enough time.
I'm going to win.
Ah, Mewtwo is just like finding himself out of every situation right now. He's supposed to die, but he just won't.
I'm going to win. I'm going to win. I'm going to win. I'm going to win.
We're about to hit 35 minutes here, and we still don't have a finish between these two. That's it. If you asked me
I'm going to win.
if we would have had a time this close, let alone 2 races at that kind of time between these two, I would have thought you were lying.
I mean, I guess that's what S-Hard can do to you sometimes, especially in a high-pressure situation. We haven't had a tournament for speedrunning this game specifically, so I don't think people are too used to the pressure, because just doing casual races aren't too bad, and if you're doing attempts, there's a pressure there, but
I'm going
again,
to
it's a whole
win.
different atmosphere. You're off to a much better start and
I'm
everything,
going to
rather than
win.
trying to catch up with these really long stage times.
I'm going to win.
I'm gonna win.
Yeah, Cards can't be feeling good right now. It's like he's 4.5 minutes in on Mewtwo.
I'm gonna win.
Like,
Way to go.
I'm going to win.
I'm gonna win.
I'm going to win.
I'm gonna win.
I'm going to win.
I think Flag,
I'm gonna win.
Flag has been given an opportunity here and
I'm going to win.
just can't seem to close it out on Bruno.
I'm going to win.
Oh,
Second
he might get the
tier.
kill.
What is
with
happening?
No second tier.
What is happening?
Oh, the second tier. What is going on? This is a good
going
spot
to
though,
win.
because Bruno won't have an immediate follow-up.
Oh
man.
my god, dude.
This could still be good. I don't know. Yes, he
There
gets
it
the
is.
kill.
I'm gonna win.
Oh,
going to
Mewtwo has second tier though.
Jesus, dude. What is going on with these matches? The dream is still alive right now. Mewtwo
It's
going
still
on
there.
5+
The
minutes.
dream of more Puzzle
I'm
League
going to
tonight.
win.
Mewtwo just not letting up at all.
I'm gonna win.
I'm going to win.
Oh, this is absolutely crazy. Let's see. Flag might have a good setup here. Gary with not a lot of blocks to work with. He's gonna get the first
that-
kick clear. Will he
good.
get the second? I don't think he will.
I'm gonna win.
I'm going to
Oh
win.
my!
And
It
he's
is
on the
down to
Mewtwo. Oh
Mewtwo.
boy. This is
Holy moly, dude!
I'm going to win.
I'm gonna win.
Cards actually had a double 4 combo set up right now too, but Mewtwo just got through that super
Can
quickly.
Flag close this out?
Oh my! Are we gonna see a game
Uh-oh,
3?
Mewtwo's not looking good on the card side.
I'm gonna win.
This is it. This is it
Yeah,
right
he
here.
got
It's
it.
over.
Oh, Cards
Oh
manages
man,
to
is this
clutch
gonna
it
be
out.
a quick kill? That would just be the
I'm a
bitterest
master.
of Mewtwo's.
You know
So
it might be
Cards-
right now. Oh no, Mewtwo manages to get the clear.
Cards manages to finish the marathon Mewtwo and still gets the win.
Wow, that was an insane race, man.
Just I thought Flag was gonna make the comeback there. Like it looked like Mewtwo was just not gonna stop, but it looks like Flag isn't free from Mewtwo's wild ride either.
Guess it was just a dream.
Huh? Whoa. It wasn't a dream.
I'm going to win.
We really did.
And that would have just been one of the most insane comebacks
I'm going to
ever
win.
if that happened.
I was a believer at the end until Mewtwo ran out of blocks there. And
You were a believer until you weren't.
I'm going
yeah,
to win.
until I actually knew that the stage was
I'm
going to
going
end.
to win.
Which is super unfortunate. I would have loved to see a game 3 between these guys.
Still, a 37-minute victory this late into the tournament. Not only that, but the last one was what, 34 minutes?
Yeah, something like that. It was not very beatable time, or it was not very good times today.
I'm gonna win.
But it is the first time we've seen super hard, so maybe these guys are just a little bit too used to very hard for the rest of the
I'm
bracket.
going
Who
to
knows?
win.
I'm gonna win.
I'm going to win.
And it looks like Flag isn't like it.
I'm gonna win.
It would have been just absolutely heartbreaking if he got the quick kill on it, but I guess
I'm gonna win.
it's still
I'm going to
bittersweet.
win.
But it probably feels a little bit better that Mewtwo's trolling him right now, so it wasn't just like you get the quick kill and then you lose by 10 seconds or something.
I'm gonna
I'm
win.
going to win.
Oh man.
I'm going to
Just
win.
like that, 2 minutes have already passed on this. I didn't even think it's been that long, but Mewtwo doing his thing right now.
So who do we have next on the docket here in the tournament?
We're gonna have some losers bracket action. I guess once this is done, we'll take a look at that. But it's gonna be I Like Being Smart and Panban Richard.
I'm going to.
Not cards. Flag quits that, and I think he forfeited in the channel too. So
Yeah. It's just Mewtwo being Mewtwo.
you know, good stuff for both of them. You know, wasn't the best days for either one of them, but Cards manages to pull it out and get that 2-0 victory, and he will be sitting in winners finals, so that's pretty exciting for him. As we're gonna have take a look at the bracket now. So yeah, Cards sitting in that last spot. We're gonna have myself and FFR Pro playing on Monday to see who else gets that other spot.
Oh boy.
But we can take a look at the losers bracket right now. Flag's gonna be sitting at losers quarterfinals. He's got a while till he figures out his opponent is. But it's going to be some stacked matches here on throughout the bracket. As we see, like I mentioned, I Like Being Smart and Panban Richard. Nicole being a really big veteran of the game. And Richard is kind of a guy who just picks up puzzle games and figures them out very easily. So I think for about every tournament he's been in that we hosted, he's made bracket for.